Well, hey everyone, Logansfarm here. Just a quick vehicular update. The Wagon, well, it's not broken. It's just more damaged than it once was. The front frame is bent. The door gap got a little wider. Of course, I wonder why we were jumping it. But yeah, that doesn't really bother me any. I mean, not a big deal. But the rear frame is a problem now. It's starting to bend upwards in front of the rear tires here. Now, you can see that bolt has been bottoming out on the leaf spring. And you can see right there all the dust and rust is flaked off, and there's fresher rust, I should say. The frame is starting to bend there, and this side you can see it a lot better. It's a lot worse. The frame is really starting to flake off there, and it's actually kinked out a little bit because it's starting to bend, and also that bolt's been smacking into the leaf spring or rivet or bolt, whatever. Well, those frames already bent back here from when I got rear-ended, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. I mean, this leaf spring's bent. The other side of the leaf spring isn't even actually on there's no shackle. It just goes and hits up here against the body. I don't know if you can see that really, but you know, this thing doesn't have rear suspension really at all. The rear shocks are shot. They're rusted out. This one's leaked all the oil out, and all the dirt's clumped up on it from collecting on the oil, the dust collecting with the oil. That one isn't as bad, but basically the Explorer rides on the bump stops all the time. You hit a bump, the rear end bottoms out. So it's no surprise that the frame's starting to give. It's starting to bend up. Basically turning into a derby car. It's starting to taco. And the roof support's kind of, you know, caved down anyways, so it's just a matter of time before she starts bending some more. But it still runs and drive it to work every day, don't matter. It's fine. It won't be the last time we do something stupid with it. The Mustang, on the other hand, is having a fuel issue. I'm not sure if some shit got stirred up in the tank and is clogging the fuel line in the tank, or if the pump is getting weak. It's got an electric fuel pump. It's carbureted, but someone put an aftermarket electric fuel pump right here on the inside of the fender. I guess I can show you quick. I don't know what brand it is, or if it's a good one or just a cheapo one. I don't know. Yeah, it's right there. I'm not sure what it is, but it's... I don't know if this motor was... I mean, I'm not seeing a spot where the fuel pump goes. It might have been a fuel injected motor that somebody carbureted, and that's why they ran the electric fuel pump in the first place, or what, but there's no fuel filter that I know of. There might be one on the carburetor up there where it goes into the bowls. I haven't checked those yet. I mean, there might be crud in there. This car sat for 2 or 3 years before I got it. The tank was almost empty. There was just a little bit of fuel in it. I filled it one time, and it was starting to run a little funny. It'd bog out when you got on it real hard, like it sucked all the fuel out of the carburetor faster than the fuel pump could keep up. And then I filled it up, or topped it back off at the end of last week, and then it wouldn't even go up the road. Basically, the carburetor would fill up, and it would go as far as the carburetor would go, and then it would just idle. That's all it would do, because that's all the faster the fuel would come up through the fuel pump. I blew the line. I took air pressure and blew the lines out, and it worked for about 5 minutes, long enough for me to get up the road a little ways, and it started stalling out again. Wouldn't pump fuel. I'm not sure if it's just the fuel pump's not wanting to pump right anymore, or if there's shit in the lines. I'm going to probably just put a inline fuel filter, one of them clear ones, in the rubber hose and see if I collect some junk, let it sit here and run or idle a little bit and just see if I collect some shit. And then if that's the case, I'll drop the tank probably and clean it out, try and recycle the gas as much as best I can. And if that don't fix it, then I'll probably go with the fuel pump. I might just do a fuel pump anyways if they're not too expensive. I haven't priced any yet, but I might just try that first, and if it does it again, then I know for sure, or I'll put a fuel filter too, but just in combination, see what it does. I mean, it might just be the fuel pumps going to shit, which could be, but yeah. Malibu's fine, just busted windshield and bald tires, but that's been going on for a while. Runs fine, drives fine. Big Red, probably some people might be wondering about Big Red. That's still out with a flat tire, and you know, at damn near $500 a tire, I'm not in any real big rush to get it going. I think I'm going to buy 2 Super Swamper boggers and put on the rear, and then I'll have 2 good Super Swamper TSLs or STLs, whatever's already on it, to put on the front, and then I'll have 1 left over for a spare yet, because I had 5 tires, 1 of them got a hole in it, then I put the spare on it and the spare blew out, so now I got 3 good ones left. They're still sitting there holding there. The truck's just sitting over at my grandpa's house. So yeah, this ain't really much of a video, just kind of a quick update on vehicles and such. Otherwise the Mustang's fine. I mean, it definitely is an oil change, plugs and wires. I think it only has a 4-cylinder radiator. I think it needs to be updated to the 5.0 radiator, I think. Actually, let me just check it out and see if anybody can tell me offhand. I don't know if the 5.0 radiators have an extra core in them, because this is only like a 2-core radiator, I do believe. And I think it can be up to a 3-core. Yeah. Fuck, I don't know nothing about these Mustangs, so, but somebody seems to know. I'd like to name your name off, but I can't remember offhand, sorry. But yeah, that's probably the 4.0 radiator. Fan shroud would probably help a little bit too. I'll have to find one of them. Maybe if I can go to the junkyard and see if they got a 5.0 with the radiator in it still. I know there's some down there, but I'm not sure if there's any motors in them. Some of them I can't get the hoods open, and the ones I can, I think there's no radiators left. I know it seems to be pretty common. The steering columns are all missing and the motors are all gone, but another thing I was told is to get a different rear end. If this is only the 4-cylinder rear end, I can get a 5.0 rear end down there for cheap, like 150 bucks. But yeah, otherwise it was going good. I drove it to work one day, and then it was after work, and I went to go to her buddy's house quick, and yeah, died up the road, back flushed the fuel system out, blew some air pressure through it to clear out any shit that I thought might have been in there, and didn't get far again the second time. In all reality, I might just try and sell this so I can buy another vehicle to drive, just a normal driver. I mean, it's a nice little novelty to have this, but it's not too practical, and I don't know, I'm throwing that up in the air. It might go either way yet, depending on how much I can get out of it. I mean, I might throw a couple more bucks in it to make it look a little better first and then sell it. Probably help with the value a little bit, but not even sure what it'd be worth. Figure over $1,000 it should be at least worth. I mean, it's a Mustang. It's not all rotted out. It's got some rot, but that's still all repairable yet. Parts are plentiful for them, so I figure it's still got some good value to it, but we'll see. But yeah, otherwise that's about all that's going on. I got some videos that I haven't uploaded yet. I got the transmission fluid change for the Explorer. I did that. Didn't work, but I'll upload that video just so you guys can see how much fucking pain in the ass it is and how dark that oil was. But yeah. But anyways, till next time, have a good day.